that joint choppy. Every time you talk through the game controller, that joint be choppy as hell. Yeah. My headphones on.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and
What'd you say?
TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a 1st down. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson.
Oh, come on, Deshaun.
Incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This from 54 yards.
Wow, I missed it.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Throwing on 1st down. Huntley. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Huntley. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
Oh,
Is
come on,
incomplete.
Conley.
DJ Chark, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Browns in that spot.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Huntley. The open man is Westbrook. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, Huntley. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in. I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Huntley. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A nice gain at 21 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They get this out left, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
They'll roll him out right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter if they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos.
I can't believe I missed a fucking field goal. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. A shotgun snap for Watson. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
15. First down, Texans.
Again, it's Watson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down, Houston.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Third and long. It's Watson.
Oh, come on, Deshaun.
Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. Fourth down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Robinson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
To throw on 3rd down. Huntley. Going deep here for Watkins. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. One heck of a 3rd down conversion. 33 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. And he put it right where it needed to be.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Huntley. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And the Jags are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
To throw, Huntley.
I ran into my goddamn man.
Jacksonville. With touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defense.
Fucking this field goal.
When they find it,
come on.
They go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. A second broken tackle.
On the return, the Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
To throw again on second down, Watson. He's got his 6'5" receiver, that's Tim Patrick. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. From the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back.
Oh, come on, Deshaun, bro. What's wrong with you?
Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be second down.
He certainly had a good game.
What the fuck is wrong with Deshaun?
I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Back to the air, Watson on second down. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And his guys are going to take over.
Deshaun fucking missing touchdowns, bro. Come on.
Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
To start it out, Robinson. He'll get 3 up to midfield. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the 50-yard line, a 3-yard pickup.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Operating from the gun, Huntley. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Huntley. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Huntley. His throw caught at about the 5. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Don't give him
Deshaun better pick this shit up in the second half.
Touchdown of the year and second of the
Fucking missed a touchdown.
And the Jaguars add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Jaguars 17, Texans nothing.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Wow, Deshaun, bro. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
First read that you have, maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, Watson. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And now it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now
See, Madden got their mind made up.
There's another example, another incompletion.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Watson off play action. Out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Watson. They'll let this go for the end zone.
Jeudy wouldn't even go for the ball, bro. What the fuck is going on with Madden, bro?
His guys will get the football back. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target too. Sliding out of the pocket. And this will be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Huntley rolling to his left.
Look at the tight end delay. Gay ass shit.
All the way down to the 9. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So 3 plays already, 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They run. Robinson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
2nd and goal at the Texans' 8-yard line.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the gun, Huntley.
And my niggas don't even go for the pick.
Showing 18 seconds now to go.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the gun on 3rd down, Huntley. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
There's some shit get you going in the second half, Deshaun, man.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
What?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those...
It's one of those days, man.
Stats, that ball traveling a full 50
Catching everything. Sean throwing like shit.
He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with 2 guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Without a doubt, the will as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half. Okay, because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And now Watson throws another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Huntley, that's complete. Okoro-Buna. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards, a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Huntley. This is caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And Lambeau
31.
now after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Simmons left.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Oh, I hear you. We're probably not going to score anyway.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a dump off here complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Look at this shit. My niggas running into each other.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on
Man-to-man, double high safety. Yeah, you can't hide it.
Going for it. It's Watson. He'll get this one to Patrick. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
Same D.
On first down, Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jerry Jeudy, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Texans get a bit closer. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Huntley. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Zach Cunningham came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. On the run, it's Robinson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, Huntley. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
I think this is where you have to have the term
I was going that running back.
in your head because this game is pretty much in the palm of
He
your
just
hand.
went back inside.
One thing you can't afford
Yeah, I know. He went back inside.
turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception, Huntley. And he'll let this one. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 39 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headline.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
Oh,
No
okay.
doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Early. Okay. Let's see him there. This should be good.
1st down throw, Watson.
Look at this shine! Fucking missed the throw, bro.
He was looking for Tim Patrick that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he's going to take this one back to the 30.
I should have thought regular. Try to fucking lead it.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Huntley to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The big man, P.J. Hall, had the path to the QB there. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
On 3rd down, Robinson. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Wow, look at this shit that is fucking happening.
Hand and it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working looking in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Watson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They will indeed snap it to Watson. It's caught. Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
On 1st and 10, Watson. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Again, it's Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jerry Jeudy, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans cut into that lead.
The Texans will...
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put
Oh my God, bro. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
I hate this nigga in a fucking game.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the interception, here's Watson. He'll let one go deep for Howard.
Oh, you gotta throw it out. What's wrong with this Sean?
C.J. Henderson picking it off.
Oh, this nigga. I never seen him throw the ball like this.
The interception rolls, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Huntley. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 85 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. He's letting this one go, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 76 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I saw it with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing on first down. Huntley. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Albert Okuebunam was the target there, but it's going to be second down. To throw again. Huntley. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Albert O, 45 yards.
My linebacker not even supposed to be guarding him. It's supposed to be my fucking safety.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Jaguars 52, Texans 29.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, 79 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. A shotgun snap for Watson, eluding the pressure right. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
On first down, Huntley. Flush to his right, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, Huntley. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a first down. On 1st and 10, Huntley.
Wow.
For it here, and this will be called.
Look at Madden.
And he gets
Look
this
at
one
fucking
inside
Madden.
the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Being chased out left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Huntley. And that is incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Watson on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans.
What are you wilding about? All the shit you done got?
Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans get a bit closer. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. From the gun, here's Watson. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Kevin King with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it.
Recovered by the Jaguars.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Past the 20. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. To throw is Watson. Throwing on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One last throw here for Watson. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent.
I'm so fucking mad at Deshaun Watson. The bullshit he did today.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Escaping
Look at that shit.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And